Up on Juice and Java, we'll talk about the sexual assault allegations against Kevin Spacey, the Syracuse Mayoral election, and how a spiteful Twitter employee deactivated President Trump's personal Twitter account.
And Nikki DeMentri will join us live from New York City to talk about the terrorist attack that occurred earlier this week.
All of that and more starts right now. Good morning, I'm Rebekah Castor.
And I'm Noah Eagle. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
Let's kick things off with the squeeze. Netflix breaks ties with House of Cards star Kevin Spacey after the actor received several sexual assault allegations. These accusations began on October 29th in a BuzzFeed article in which actor Anthony Rapp revealed Spacey made several sexual advances towards him. The incident happened in 1986, meaning Rapp was only 14 at the time. Spacey responded to the allegations and said that although he does not remember the incident, he apologizes for his inappropriate behavior. Since then, other employees spoke out against Spacey, and the UK has opened up an investigation on the actor. Producers at Netflix will discuss whether the production of House of Cards can resume without Spacey.
You know, what's crazy about this is Kevin Spacey seemed like this figure that was untouchable. He was an untouchable actor, such an incredible talent.
So much respect.
So much respect around the industry and around people, the audiences, and now that's all just gone.
Yeah, it's a shame. You know, I'm a huge House of Cards fan, and I'm hoping that they will be able to continue the show without Kevin Spacey.
There's no way.
I disagree. You know, they've almost killed him off twice.
Spoiler
and
alert.
I think that, yeah, if you haven't seen it, sorry. But I think that they could kill him off and continue on with Robin Wright.
I guess we'll have to see what they can do. It may not be presidential, but Tuesday is still election day, and Syracuse has a big decision to make. Democratic Mayor Stephanie Miner is stepping down after 7 years. Several months of primaries and debates later, the competition has come down to 4 candidates: Democrat Juanita Perez-Williams, Republican Laura Levine, Independent Ben Walsh, and the Green Party's Howie Hawkins. The latest polls show Perez-Williams with a slight single-digit lead over Walsh. Governor Cuomo and Senators Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand all endorse Williams. Meanwhile, the Independents and Reform parties support Walsh, and he will be listed on the ballot for both. Polls open at 6 a.m. Tuesday and close at 9 p.m., so a nice period of time for the people of Syracuse to go cast their votes.
Yeah, and people definitely better go out and vote. This is such a close race. It's interesting to see, you know, Ben Walsh running for the Independent Party being so close to Juanita Perez.
Yeah, it's really a two-person race between those two right there. And I think it's important for all people of Syracuse, everybody to go out and cast their vote, because this is such an important election. You know, Miner's done a great job, but there's still a lot to be done. There's a lot of issues here in this community that whoever's next needs to fix.
Yeah, the next mayor is going to have a lot on their plate, you know, just dealing with the continual drug problem and crime problem here in Syracuse. I definitely hope that people go out and cast their decisions.
Yeah, it should be a tight race on Tuesday.
President Trump's Twitter was briefly taken down last Friday by a departing Twitter employee. Twitter first released a statement stating the deactivation was due to a human error, but later revealed it was by a customer service employee on his last day of work. According to Twitter, many employees have the access to suspend a user's account, but only a few hundred have the power to deactivate one. A spokeswoman for the company says it is still unclear who the employee was and how the employee got access to the president's account. Twitter is continuing to investigate the incident to see if any security breaches led to the subsequent deactivation.
You know, I find this hilarious personally. There's no better way to leave a job than to deactivate the President of the United States Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of funny because there was such an uproar about it, but really, the account was only deactivated for 11 minutes, but everyone
seriously,
like freaked out.
Well, because it's incredible. I think that's about as powerful as you can get in today's society. Deactivating President Trump's Twitter account.
Especially since, you know, President Trump uses Twitter as such a megaphone for his
at such an
policies.
alarming rate, honestly. But the best part about this is there's so many people who probably left Twitter and were like, I wish I did that.
Yeah.
You know?
Twitter's on the come up.
And people spent days lining up to be the first to get their hands on the new iPhone X, but 3 people in San Francisco just couldn't wait long enough. Thieves tracked down and staked out UPS trucks delivering the device to a local mall before breaking into it. They made away with about $300,000 worth of iPhone Xs. Apple and UPS are both working with police to find the suspects, who are thought to have planned this out in advance. The San Francisco Police Department encouraged anyone with information to contact them immediately. Customers in the Bay Area who pre-ordered phones will still receive them without delay.
Oh, wow, the iPhone X, very hot commodity. I'm curious how these guys are going to sell these phones. Are they going to sell them online? Are they going to sell them on the street? I feel like it'd be so obvious if they had all these iPhone Xs.
Right, yeah, it has to be some sort of secretive thing that they have planned. They clearly have planned this out for a long time. What's funny to me is 10, 15 years ago, people would probably break into a truck and if you told someone phones would be worth $300,000, I think they'd look at you like you had 4 heads. But right now, it's
right.
That's it, you know? It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, technologies these days. Oh my goodness. Another big release on Friday night. The Trump administration released a new group of documents relating to John F. Kennedy's assassination. The documents include a secret FBI analysis on civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. The papers show MLK in a negative light and relate him to communist influences. They also include assertions about his personal life, such as extramarital affairs and other inappropriate sexual behavior. The papers make it clear that the FBI was looking into MLK and have been hidden for nearly 50 years. It is unknown why the Trump administration chose to release the documents now.
You're not all in on this one, are you?
No, I am very, very hesitant about this. You know, people, conspiracy theories, say that the government was against MLK for years and we're looking into him for years. And I'm saying this may be some fake news here.
I don't disagree with you. I find it hard to believe that, especially in wake of all of these sexual assault allegations, that this would come out about Martin Luther King Jr. That's, to me, what smells fishy right here, that the timing of it all is a little strange.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody from Martin Luther King Jr.'s family will make a statement about this.
I mean, you have to believe they're going to have to come out and defend their family name. That would only make sense, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what they say.
On a lighter note, upset you couldn't take your pet to college? Sony might just have the answer. Electronic Giant is rebooting their 1990s phenomenon, the robot dog. The artificially intelligent dog can chase a ball, wag its tail, and learn new tricks. This new version will have screens in its eyes to display emotions and reactions connected to an app. The pet's personality can change over time. The dog's reactions will evolve as it learns more about your own preferences. It'll go on sale in Japan in January for only $1,740.
$1,740.
So worth it.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely
so
not
worth
worth it. I don't know one person that would buy that. I don't know why.
I would absolutely buy. I had one of those little alarm clock dog things when I was younger.
Would you pay $1,740 for it?
I mean, yeah, you can't put a price on memories.
I mean, a real dog is less expensive than that, and real dogs are so expensive.
But they can't do anything that dog can do. That dog can read your emotion.
It's real dogs can read your emotion? I fully believe that my dog reads my emotions.
My dog can, but he's also a little autistic, so we'll leave that be.
That's actually a true thing.
Yeah, that is true. But shout out Jet. Hey, maybe I'll have to get one of these robotic dogs if he can't get the job done.
Okay. After the break, Juice and Java correspondent Nikki DeMentri will be joining us live from New York City.
Stay with us.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Hundreds of people gathered on Thursday night to mourn the 8 victims of this week's New York City terror attack. The group carried candles and marched down the path where a man drove his truck into pedestrians and bikers.
Small memorials have been created along the path where the truck hit victims. Mourners stopped to pay their respects along the way. Speeches were then given on Pier 25, just north of where the attack ended. We're now joined by Juice and Java's New York City correspondent Nikki DeMentri. Nicole, what was it like finding out about this terror attack, and what was SU's New York City's response to the incident?
So finding out was pretty surreal. At first, nobody really knew what was going on. There weren't a lot of even push alerts that you get on your phone coming out at first, because people weren't sure if it might have been a road rage incident, if maybe there was a malfunction in the car. It was only later, probably about an hour after, that people were figuring out that this is a terrorist incident, and they described it as that. The SU New York City response was really top-notch. Shelley Griffin, who runs the program from Syracuse, reached out to all of us to make sure that we were all okay. We all had to either text or call or email her back. So we were all accounted for. Our director, Cheryl Brody Franklin, also came through email and was like, guys, are you okay? Please give me a call. Please check in with everyone. So everyone was really on top of it. And by 6:45, we knew that everyone was safe and sound. We were all accounted for, either where we live in New York City or New Jersey, or if we were still at work, but we were all safe and accounted for.
And Nicole, generally when we see terrorist attacks in major cities, there's an increase in security measures. What has it been like in New York City? What have, actions been taken there?
So since the terrorist attack, it was the largest terrorist attack in New York City since 9/11. There's definitely been an increase in security, whether that be on the subway system, with police officers riding the subways quite frequently or standing on the platforms. On the roads, there are a lot more police vehicles, armed police, just basically everywhere and anywhere. Tomorrow is the New York City Marathon, and all the reports around saying, and the New York City Police Department also said that it'll be the most protected and high security marathon they've ever put on. They've put up barricades, they have armed National Guard, they have police officers, basically every security precaution they can take, they are taking it. And the overall feel of the city, I would say definitely the day after, it was quiet in the city. And I remember it being quiet in the city after, or not after, but on the anniversary of 9/11 this year. I've never been in the city for the anniversary of 9/11, and it was just quiet. You would walk outside and everyone had their heads down, and we were just really standing as a city, and New York City is the strongest city in the world. And we were really just all standing together and taking a moment of silence and taking back and saying, we'll stand together and we'll stand up to this, and you can't break us down.
And before we let you go, Nicole, do you and your peers still feel safe in New York City moving forward?
I don't think any of us Newhouse New York City students are nervous to be in the city at all. It feels extremely safe to be here. I know just a couple days before the attack happened, I was actually down in that area doing an Alzheimer's walk with my family, and I felt completely fine and safe then. I think now with the extra security precautions, everyone is just on high alert. And it really is hitting home. If you see something, say something. And I think a lot of people are. And from what I've heard from my fellow peers, nobody is afraid or nervous to be in this city.
Thank you so much, Nicole, and stay safe, please. When we come back, Bella Hudanich will be in studio to talk about how she brought the rival to Syracuse.
Stay with us. Got a quarter?
Did I get the name right?
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
Bella Hudanich is in studio with us to tell us about The Rival, a campus opinion website that is coming to SU. Bella, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. So just start with, talking about what is The Rival? What do you guys do?
So basically The Rival is a student-run publication very similar to The Tab. It originated at GW and is now at 16 campuses and is growing rapidly. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to bring it to Syracuse, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
So how did you get involved with The Rival?
So over the summer, I was contacted via LinkedIn by someone from The Rival headquarters. They basically just said they felt like I would be a good candidate to bring it to Syracuse. From there, I had a brief interview session. There were a couple other candidates, but ultimately they decided I would be the best fit. So from there, I got the title as managing editor, and I've been recruiting ever since.
So you've been recruiting. Who else is involved now in this whole process of bringing it to Syracuse?
So my best friend is helping me out. She's the director of communications, so she's basically, her name's Kristen Hurley. She's basically in charge of the strategist, which is the social media, the planning. She does our social media schedule and also helps me recruit.
Awesome. So how else are you recruiting writers?
So other than just blasting it to social media, we are really trying to just hear about people who are interested in writing, interested in editing, and who have a strong social media presence, and just reaching out to them individually and seeing if they would be interested in helping us out and joining the team.
What's the entire process of publishing something for The Rival actually like?
So to publish, first, before we even can launch our site, we need a solid team and an archive of around 10 to 20 articles just to get it out there. But when that's all said and done, the process is going to be meet once a week, brainstorm ideas. All the ideas have to be approved by me, the managing editor. And then after that, the writers get to writing and have to maintain their deadlines. From there, the editors review it. I might look at it once or twice, and then it'll be published on the Rival website.
So how will The Rival for Syracuse be different from the Rival publication as a whole?
So the Rival, the cool thing about it that I get to bring it to Syracuse is that I really get to brand it, give it a voice. A couple other colleges have done different things, like Fordham. They're really making their Rival about popular culture, hip hop culture on campus. So, and theirs is kind of more I want to say Barstool. So for us, I kind of envision journalism as opposed to like listicles like other publications on campus have been doing. And I want to incorporate student photography, and also I want to have a strong digital presence.
So overall, you described it a little bit, but what's really next for you guys? What's the next step in your process?
So next, after we have a full team, I really want to start incorporating student photography on featuring them on Instagram. I want to incorporate like student features. I want to feature one student who has done something like unique or special on campus each week. And yeah, just I kind of want it to be like have students on campus give their voice and in a way that they wouldn't usually be able to.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to see what the Rival website turns into.
Thank you so much.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Up next, Juice and Java correspondent Landon Wexler will update us on what movies to see during the upcoming holiday season.
We'll be back.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
Landon Wexler is in studio to tell us what's hitting the box office in the upcoming weeks. Landon, what do you got?
Guys, thank you. It's nearing the end of 2017, which means you can expect the film scene to be dominant per usual. Hitting the theaters now or soon, you'll see a couple of Halloween horror films, a heartwarming story about a war hero, the return of a Marvel superhero, and some classic holiday comedies. Let's start with my least favorite genre, horror. I mean, not sure what the appeal is with these pieces. Little kids running around as ghosts on Halloween was plenty spooky for me. I digress. Audiences are all in for Jigsaw with an overall audience approval rating of on Rotten Tomatoes of 95%. The other option is Happy Death Day, but honestly the product has not outshined the pretty lame name. Only 68% liked what they saw. Okay, moving on to a more feel-good option, Thank You for Your Service had a pretty powerful trailer that hooked me right away. This one stars Miles Teller from War Dogs, one of my favorites for sure. And how about Miles Teller being 30 years old now? Who would have thought? Either way, this guy brings the star power and shouldn't disappoint in this war story. I would definitely check it out. On to some more action. Thor Ragnarok, that's how you say it, guys, was released last night, and that means for all you gentlemen out there with significant others that refuse to watch superhero movies, all you need to say is this one has Chris Hemsworth, and you'll have a date to go see Thor. There has been nothing but great reviews for this Thor so far, so all you Marvel fans and anyone who just wants to see a handsome superhero, it's a must. Finally, it's a holiday season of sequels sure to brighten up those colder, cloudy days. Daddy's Home 2 and Bad Moms Christmas are hitting the screens. I mean, what would a holiday season really be without a couple of comedies starring the duo of Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? Also, another film with all the bad moms, you can count me in. Since National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, holiday comedies have been a must, so I'd go check them out. Those are your latest updates. I'm Landon Wexler, and I'll see you guys at the theaters.
Great stuff, And I know you're really excited for Bad Moms.
Bad
right?
Moms 2. Oh, I will be seeing that so soon. Bad Moms 1 was so good. The fact that it's going to be a holiday version, I'm so excited.
Yeah, how about Miles Teller being 30 already? He looks like he's 14 to me.
I'm a huge fan of Miles Teller.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. Whiplash, another great one from him. But yeah, Bad Moms, I'm very excited for that one as well. I'll admit I loved the first one, so that's all right.
Yeah, let's go see it. Okay, when we come back, we'll have a preview of the 2018 Olympic Games that is less than 100 days away.
Keep it right here.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Welcome back to Juice and Java.
Well, the Olympic flame has arrived in South Korea, and that means it's less than 100 days until the Games. The torch made its way over the 1,000 miles from Greece to host city, Pyeongchang.
It was flown over to South Korea after the initial ceremony and then made its way through 20 cities. The journey lasted 8 days through 36 ceremonies and 505 torch barriers. The Games start on February 9th and last until the 25th.
It should be fun. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Winter Olympics personally.
Oh, I love the Winter Olympics.
Really?
I'm
What's
a huge
your favorite
fan.
event?
My favorite event?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there are just so many to choose. I'm a huge fan of skiing, figure skating, speed skating, the alpine ski jump. I'm just a huge fan.
I like luge because I like saying luge. But I'll watch a little bit, but like I said, I like the Summer Olympics a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more excitement, a lot more hype behind it. I don't know, but we talked about Shaun White, Lindsey Vonn.
Shaun White, I hope that he wins a gold this year.
Yeah.
You know, he said he wasn't going to come back to the Olympics again, but after his poor performance in the last Winter Games, he's like, okay, I cannot end on this note. I'm coming back. I hope that he wins a gold.
I feel like with him, a lot of his powers went away when he cut his hair. I feel like his hair gave him his confidence and his powers to go out and win gold, and he cut it, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, you know, I mean, maybe he should grow it out before the Games.
I don't really think he has much time. He's only got 100 days. It can only probably go to maybe here. That's not going to cut it for him. No more Apollo Ono, I don't believe. He's
a star that won't be back this year, but hopefully somebody else for speed skating will stick out for the U.S. team.
Yeah, I know that they have a brother-sister combo that should be a lot of fun to watch on the ice skating rink, and we'll see how it all happens. Hockey's always a fun event to watch just because those countries go at it.
Huge fan of hockey. Huge fan of hockey. But I'm going for Team Canada. You know, they're a pretty strong hockey team.
You're not rooting for the U.S.?
I mean, our hockey team's not that great. We don't have the NHL players going.
Oh, we do.
I mean, it's going to be the college kids. I think they made a bad move for that, but hopefully Team USA can bring it out. But
I'm rooting for the red, white, and blue. I don't know about you, but I'm rooting for the red, white, and blue.
That's all for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow Citrus TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Rebekah Castor.
And I'm No Eagle.
See you next week, Syracuse.